After following a scent of blood that led him on a trail of eliminated sorcerers, Panda himself is quickly on his way to joining them, having bumped into the one responsible for this carnage. The electrical shock from his cursed energy ripples through Panda despite his best attempts to block. The more experienced player makes quick work of the cursed corpse, and with a cleverly aimed strike of lightning, Panda explodes into multiple pieces. Panda remains tight-lipped on Sukuna's whereabouts. The attacker prepares to deal the finishing blow. Do you hear boss music? Kinji Hakari arrives on the scene, drenched in golden aura as cursed energy blasts off of his body. The supercharged Hakari slips into range and punches the defending sorcerer so hard, his lightning rod is knocked away as the player is rocketing through a cargo hold. As he tries to balance himself, Hakari is already setting up his next move and misses the sorcerer by an inch, nigh knocking the unknown player's head off with the kind of dent left in the adjacent shipping container. Finally moving to more neutral ground, the two find time to meet each other's acquaintance. The sorcerer reveals himself to be Kashimo Hajime, the exact sorcerer both Panda and Hakari were hunting for. Agreeing to give up his points as long as Hakari provides him with information on Sukuna, Kashimo is a bit befuddled when he watches Hakari start to orgasm face. As Hakari reaches the peak of his cursed energy bonus, Kashimo tosses an ankle at the student's temple, just hitting him with that three-piece combo while Hakari's in this trance. As Kashimo starts to feel like he got cock-teased, Hakari's fist rips into this man's cheek, just barely keeping his jaw attached as he's once again rocketing backwards. Setting his mark and feeling the thrill, Kinji Hakari launches to meet up with his opponent. Kashimo's bloody smile emerges, thankful he's met an opponent that can dance with him, and one that's decent enough to even take the lead sometimes. But just like all the rest, once Kashimo has fully charged up his lightning bolt, he'll fall, snapping off Hakari's arm. Kashimo moves in for the finish, but walks right into a well-placed roundhouse from Hakari. By the time Kashimo can even think about how crazy it is Hakari just recovered from losing an arm like that exact arm is already grown back and punching him in the fucking face. Wielding reverse curse technique of such an immense level it mirrors high-speed regeneration. While Hakari's boss music plays, he is essentially immortal, and even as the song ends, he's instantly refueled and ready to recast his domain. As long as Hakari continues to hit that jackpot, he can go as many rounds as Kashimo can. Despite the odds he's faced with, the reincarnated player can't help but crack a smile, needing to hold out long enough to roll a jackpot. Hakari and Kashimo duke it out amongst the gambler's constant re-rolls. And as the sequence begins to play out, the two warriors bust through the train signs stop after stop, and once that turd drops, so does Hakari's other foot. The hyped up Hakari screaming out to his non-existent speakers as cursed energy erupts from his body like a geyser in all directions. This old man can't help but be overjoyed, matching the gambler's intensity. The two forces of nature prepare to clash once again. As they whip around the battlefield at maximum speed, the two warriors create an orbit of power around them. Hakari, strong enough at this point to launch an entire shipping container with his own fist. Kashimo turns around, ready to do anything he can do better. The two demigods are at this point bare-knuckle juggling a cargo hold between themselves. Getting caught up in the game, Hakari swings and misses, faked out by Kashimo, who bashes an entire cargo hold door across Hakari's face, his intention being to destroy Hakari's brain. Kashimo needs to be sure on this one, and lines up another lightning strike directly between the gambler's eye sockets. But with Hakari this juiced up, he can even multitask healing his brain and exhaling the foreign energy from his nose. With 8 seconds left to the song, Hakari needs to work quick and speed up that damage output. With nothing to fear while he holds that golden star, Hakari puts his all into taking out Kashimo. Putting so much into it, he doesn't realize he's lined himself up right between his opponent and the previously knocked away lightning rod. Requesting to receive that charged up electrical feedback that was previously stored in his rod, it shoots back to Kashimo at this perfect angle, tearing through Hakari's entire stomach. But with his last gasps of breath, Hakari summons his domain for one final chance at victory. Barely able to stand, Kashimo finds the gambler's desperate grasp at life pitiful. But what he didn't count on was Kinji Hakari landing the jackpot instantly. Claiming he's never faced the end this much in one day, he asked Kashimo if he's ever heard of a JoJo reference. Kashimo instantly loses balance and starts to fall backwards, not realizing that Hakari picked up his domain's barrier and floated it above the sea. However, the one thing the gambler miscalculated on was the myriad of ocean aquatic sea creatures that escaped the aquarium. As he watches Kashimo stand atop cursed spirits, Hakari feels like he's in one big choreographed anime fight right now, punching into a nearby spirit and tossing it down towards the reincarnated player. Both Kashimo and Hakari dash between the rising curses before the gambler lands a solid kick, tricking Kashimo into defending with his cursed energy, expending all of his energy and lighting up the ocean like an electric eel as fish begin to start rising to the surface from the random lightning surge that basically just destroyed anything living in the nearest ecosystem. Hakari notices something is wrong. His throat is dry and his eyes are red and scratchy. This fucking science genius motherfucker turned the water into chlorine gas? This man didn't even have a TV when he was alive, but he just knew this would work? Electrolysis? Who even taught him that word in this time period? I digress. Kashimo patting himself on the back as toxins corrupt Hakari's body, watching his opponent sink as his life slowly fades away. Kashimo thinks about how much fun he had, but one thing this electrolysis science nerd didn't know is that comedy comes in threes, motherfucker. Point blank kissing Hakari's knuckles when he least expects it for the third time tonight. With only 5 seconds left of immortality, Hakari can either flee to the surface or keep beating the shit out of Kashimo. He picks the latter, but Kashimo still has plenty left in the tank as well, charging up with all the immersed electricity that was left in the water and blowing them both to hell in one giant underwater explosion. After getting another one of the greatest exchanges of dialogue in the series, we cut back to Panda. He overlooks the massive display of Hakari and Kashimo's underwater kamikaze. It doesn't look very good when Hakari's detached arm washes up on shore. From the other side of the pier, a tattered and exhausted Kashimo emerges, completely out of cursed energy. He's happy that Hakari is finally taken out. Shit. Hakari makes his own rules. That's 4 times, motherfucker. At this point, Kashimo's laughing to himself. No matter how hard he tries, he just can't put this man down. Even though he couldn't defeat Hakari completely, he was at least able to prioritize damage to one of his arms to eliminate any chances of Hakari redomaining. Ultimately, with the both of them checked out, Kashimo running on fumes, and Hakari missing an arm, neither of them are fit to continue fighting. Gaining mutual respect for each other, and making a deal that gets the both of them what they want, Kashimo joins Team Protagonist. Will Hakari get his arm back? Will Sukuna pack Kashimo up like a lunchbox? Can Panda just stay this damn cute forever? Find out when it happens in the manga, because I'm going to be covering every new battle that comes out in the manga as it comes out. You know what it is. Hit that subscribe button, like the video. Choso and Yuki versus Kenjaku is coming immediately after it finishes. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Your second reminder to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.